Hello and welcome back to Quantitative Reasoning Online. Today you're looking at 8B, or this video looking at 8B, what's my car worth? And we'll be looking at the interactive tutorial. And as usual, we'll then follow a separate video, a follow-up video on the questions. So with no further ado, let's get into 8B. So let's see, as part of this video we will be finding slope of a line between 2 points. Write the equation for a line between 2 points. So we're getting 2 points, and we need to find the slope and the equation. And determine whether two quantities are proportional. What this is saying is, I look at the y value, I look at the x values of various points on a line, and I should get a constant value, which really kind of means we get an equation that says y equals x times that constant. More of that later. So in the next class you will need to be able to find the slope of a line between 2 points, write the equation of a line between 2 points, and determine whether the two quantities are proportional. Yeah, that's kind of like what we just said here. Okay, given the point 3, x equals 3, y equals 18, x equals 5, y equals 26, find the slope of the line that contains the point. Okay, so I'm going to make this guy point 1 and this guy my point 2. So, by definition, m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And my y2 is 26. My y1 is 18. x2 is 5. And x1 is 3. And now, 26 plus 26 minus 18, yeah. 26 minus 18 is 8. 16 here, yeah. And 5 minus 3 is 2, so my slope should be 4. Y2 minus y1, 26 minus 18, that's exactly what we did. So 4. Now part B, given these same 2 points, okay, 318, 526, 318, 526, given these 2 points, find the equation of the line. Alright, so from here we have basically a rough idea that the slope, the equation, which is mx plus b, has to look something like y equals 4x plus b. So we have the slope. So before. Alright. Now what we can do is use one of these points as a source for a value for x and a value for y in the equation, which then gives us a known, and an unknown, and we can solve for b. So let's do that. Doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm going to let x equals 3, y equals 18, plug that into the equation at the appropriate locations. So y equals 18, x equals 3. So now we have values. 4 times 3 is 12. Let's solve for b. Let's subtract 12 on both sides. Of course, 18 minus 12 is 6 equals b. So that tells me that y could be m equals 4 and b equals 6. Could be. But as I say, the proof is in the pudding is this equation needs to work for both points. Now I used 318 to find that value, so let's now use my other equation as a check. So if this is the equation, then that means if y is 26 and 4 is 5, I add 6 to it, that should be a true statement. So 26 equals 4 times 5, which is 20. 26 equals 26. And that is a true statement. So yes, I would say y equals 4x plus 6 is the answer. That's what they assume. Yeah. Always go to the slope resource. Answer. Bottom line is 4x plus 6. And how do they do it? Wrong one. Yep, they used a point and plugged it back in, just as we did it. Next question. Pretty much the same thing. Given the point 156 and 916, find the slope of the line that contains a point. Okay. All right, so now, based on how I just did the last one, I'm going to go on pause, and you take a couple minutes, and you find the slope of this line. So go find the slope. Okay. Hopefully you got -5 for the slope. All you was basically subscripted. Here's 0.2. Here's 0.1. Use the slope equation. Of course, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. And of course, 16 minus 56 is minus 40. Divided by 9 minus 1, which is 8, and that gives us -5. And that's exactly how they did it. Okay, now find the equation of the line. Okay. So now using this slope, and the idea, the base we're working with y equals minus 5x plus b. Now using one of these points, substitute in, find me what b is, and find me b. Okay, hopefully you should have gotten a value for b of being 61. Again, you take the basic -5 for slope. I chose the first one because x was 1 and -5 times 1. Or trying to do as easy as math as possible. Add 5 both sides 61, which gives us this one. And again, this is potentially the answer. We can go right to part B, but that's the answer. But let's do a check. It also means it has to be true for 916. Let's plug it in. So when y is 16 and x is 9, add to 61, is that a true statement? Minus 5 times 9 is minus 45. And 45 from 61 is 16. True. And we find indeed that that's the correct answer. Well, let's see. Given the point 156, 916, find the slope of the line that contains the point. Can we just do that one? Yeah, we just did that. Was it a button wrong? There you go. Maybe come from previous course that sets up a value as proportional. It's ratio y to x. Okay, now there's a typo here. That should be 20 and that should be 11. So I can't quite figure out how to fix that though. So are these proportional? Let's see. We're looking at y over x. 15 over 3 is 5. 20 over 4 is 5. And 55 over 11 is 5. So I can proportion that y over x equals 5, or a little bit of sleight of hand for the equation, y equals 5x. And let's prove that true. So when x is 3, 5 times 3, 15. When x is 4, 5 times 4, 20. When x is 11, 5 times 11, 55. Okay. So in proportional like that, when they're proportional, that is a hint of a linear equation. Equation of y was 5x, and here's the rub, with a y-intercept of 0. So basically, it's the equation that goes to the origin when they're proportional. Answer. Yes. Part B. Are these guys proportional? Well, let's see. 1 over x is 24 over 2, which is 12. 45 over 5, which is 9. 63 over 7, which is 9. Okay, 2 out of 3 are proportional, but 1 is not. So yes, yes, no. So no, these are not proportional. So how confident are you that you can find the slope of the line? I'm pretty confident. Equation of a line between 2 points. Definitely. And so it's proportional. Yes. So again, we found the slope between 2 points. Using that slope and one of those 2 points, we found the equation of a line and use the second point as a check, and we determine proportionality. And if proportional, if that's true, that yields y equals cx. And when y equals 0, at x equals 0. So no y-intercept, or no b. Okay, so now with that, go back on your own, review the video, tutorial video, and or the tutorial assignment, more practice and to get the points for the video or the tutorial. And I'll meet you shortly for questions 1, 2, and 3.